Hola chicos, welcome to lesson 8 of this half term. And today you're looking at your town again, que hay en tu ciudad. And here's the list of the equipment that you will need for today's lesson. The exercise book the school gave you, your knowledge organiser for module 6, which is on class charts, a pen and a highlighter. Pause to get that ready now. Please remember to email me if you've got any questions about the activities in today's lesson, and here's my email address. Please also do not forget to submit a copy of your work to class charts at the end of the lesson, and certainly within 2 days to get a very well-deserved achievement point. Gracias, chicos. Copia el título y la fecha que hay en tu ciudad y miércoles el 24 de junio. Underline those neatly in your book and then write down the objective to describe what there is where you live using some and many. Pause if you want to do those now before the do now. Your do know activity is to translate the sentences below from Spanish just into English. There is no need to copy them at all. Pause to do that now and press play to get the answers. Número 1. Vivo en una ciudad turística que se llama Benidorm. I live in a touristy city called Benidorm. 2. Está situada en el este de España, cerca de la costa. It's situated in the east of Spain, close to the coast. Muy bien. 3. Me encanta Benidorm porque hay mucho que hacer. I love Benidorm because there's a lot to do. 4. Sin embargo, diría que el campo es más tranquilo que Benidorm. However, I would say that the countryside is quieter than Benidorm. Great job, Year 9. I'm now going to pass you on to Miss Reardon, who's going to teach you the rest of the lesson. Please remember to upload your work at the end of the lesson onto class charts. Gracias, adios.
Okay, chicos, so what I'd like you to do, please, is to match up the vocabulary for all these different places you could have in a town or city. You need to write the Spanish and the English, please. Please pause the video to do this now. Okay, chicos, let's go over the answers. Okay, so una biblioteca is a library. Una iglesia is a church. Una pista de hielo is an ice rink. Una tienda is a shop. Un ayuntamiento is a town hall. Un castillo is a castle. Un edificio is a building. That's a really important word to know. That one comes up so much at GCSE. Un parque is a park. Un polideportivo is a sports centre. And correos is a post office. Muy bien, chicos. We're now going to do some pronunciation practices. There's a few things that we need to bear in mind with these words. Okay, so repeat after me, please. Una biblioteca. Excelente. Una iglesia. Muy bien. Una pista de hielo. Excelente. Let's do that last word again. It's almost like the colour yellow, but in a more Spanish way. Hielo. Repeat after me. Hielo. Muy bien. Let's do the whole thing now. Una pista de hielo. Excelente. Una tienda. Un ayuntamiento. And again. Un ayuntamiento. Excelente. That one actually looks harder than it is. Un castillo. Remember our double L is a y sound. Un castillo. Excelente. Un edificio. Un parque. Muy bien. Un polideportivo. And finally, correos, correos. It's great if you can roll your R. If not, don't worry, just sort of spend a little bit more time on it. Correos. Excelente, chicos. Well done. Okay, so now what I would like you to do, please, is do some learning of this vocabulary using Quizlet. You can follow the link on class charts. Remember to do the test once you finish learning. Off you go. Okay, chicos, so at this point you should have done your learning of your vocabulary, completed the test, and be feeling much more confident with it. Let's move on to do a little bit of grammar. So moving on. In order to say some in Spanish, all you have to do is make the un or the una plural. For example, there is a castle, is hay un castillo. There are some castles, is hay unos castillos. So here you can see that we have made the un, the article, the a, which is masculine. We've just made it plural by adding on os. And we can see that un castillo is a masculine noun. And in the plural, we add an s to our noun, castillos, and we add an os to our un, unos. Another example here, so there is a library, is hay una biblioteca, feminine one here, and there are some libraries, translates as hay unas bibliotecas. So it's easy to see here that if our noun is masculine, we need to change un to unos, and if our noun is feminine, we change una to unas. It's very simple. Similarly, to say many or lots of, mucho must also agree in gender and number with the noun. For example, there are lots of castles, translates as hay muchos castillos. So you can see that we got the os on the end of mucho, muchos castillos. And similarly then, with our feminine version, there are lots of libraries, translates as hay muchas bibliotecas. So our mucho ends in as for our feminine plural noun, bibliotecas. Please now take 5 minutes to copy the grammar rule into your book, pausing the video now. Okay, so now we are going to do some translations using our grammar point. So you're going to translate these sentences, paying really careful attention to how we translate some and either lots of or many. Okay, so we'll do number 1 together. There are some parks and lots of shops. So we need to think about some and lots of here, which change depending on the gender of our nouns. So let's start with parks. We know that a park is un parque, so we know that it's masculine. So to say some parks, we go from un parque to unos parques. And then we've got shops. So a shop in Spanish is una tienda. Okay, so we know that it's feminine. So to say lots of shops is going to be muchas tiendas. So altogether, our answer is hay unos parques y muchas tiendas. For each noun, you need to think about whether it's masculine or feminine, and you can find that out by looking at the list you've got in your book, which you did at the beginning of the lesson. Then make it plural and decide if it's lots of, is it muchos or muchas, and if it's some, is it unos or unas, whether it's masculine or feminine. Okay, please pause the video now and translate these sentences. Please write both the Spanish and the English. Off you go now. Fantastico, chicos. Let us go over the answers now. So, as you know, we already did number 1. Let's move on to número 2. En mi pueblo hay muchas iglesias y unas tiendas. So, we've used muchas before iglesias because it's feminine. And some shops is unas tiendas. Unas because tiendas is feminine. We knew that one from question 1. We knew that it was feminine. Número 3. In my city, there are some buildings and lots of ice rinks. En mi ciudad hay unos edificios, because edificios is masculine, y muchas pistas de hielo, and it's muchas because pistas de hielo is feminine. In my village, there isn't a lot to do, but there are lots of parks, some castles, and some churches. En mi pueblo no hay mucho que hacer, pero hay muchos parques, muchos because parques is masculine, unos castillos, unos because castillos is also masculine, and finally, y unas iglesias, and some churches because we know that iglesias is feminine. Excelente, chicos. Really well done for your work today on this. This is the sort of thing that will carry you forward through GCSE and is a really important topic. So great work. If you've got any extra time, it'd be great if you could learn this highlighted vocabulary. And chicos, remember now to upload a picture of your work today to class charts. I'm excited to see how you've got on. Adios!